So welcome to the Bob and Tam Show today.
Our excellent adventures.
There you go. We got something special today we want to show you. We just had to get out, and it took me a little longer to edit this one, so you want to stay all the way to the end. We get the inside scoop on Bruce Rossmeyer's Harley Davidson. So let's go take a look at what they got going on.
So don't forget to subscribe, think about Patreon, and give us a big thumbs up. Here we go.
I am Shelly Rossmeyer Pepe here at Daytona Harley Davidson, right here in the showroom. Looking at well picked over inventory, we have all of our new 2022s. We have some custom bikes that we've done some custom pinstriping and or accessories on. We have just a few, if there was even any more left over, of our 2021. We have most of our pre-owned motorcycles upstairs. Trying to offer a good selection, new bikes for our customers. So these are all of our new bikes downstairs, and something we started doing for 2022 is a new powertrain, lifetime powertrain warranty on all 2021s that we still had left in inventory, and as well anything 2022. That went into effect January 1st of this year. Got all of our business offices firing on all cylinders. We got security, yes. And this is our process that we do for the sales process. So when a customer comes in and they want to get a bike appraised with the hopes of trading it in to buy a new or pre-owned motorcycle, they bring the motorcycle up here, they leave it for the sales desk and or the sales associate to do an evaluation on the bike. And then after the whole deal is done, then we have two gentlemen here that will go over all of their delivery process. So they go over all the features and everything about the motorcycle. They swap their things out of their old bike and put it in their new bike, and they go out the chute. So that's part of the fun of taking delivery here at Bruce Rossmeyer's Daytona Harley Davidson during a bike event, because there goes the air horns, and then they shoot through the crowd and they're on their new motorcycle. So it's pretty awesome. But we set up this whole thing just to get the convenience for the customer to kind of do a one-stop shop. If you ever knew, Harley Davidson put their name on about everything. So greeting cards to all and any fun game, accessories, stickers, floor mats, all your jacket, hats, helmets, your riding bells. We got it all. We've got a lot of, in regards to inventory this year, we brought in some technically aftermarket brands to fill in what we were unable to get perhaps from Harley Davidson licensed product and or from the motor company. So we just had to fill in the gaps. You know, we wanted to make sure we had enough product for our visitors, and including from jeans to helmets specifically, but we have to always stock all the other fun stuff too. This is what the customer sees, but this is what just our associates get to see. This is where they fill all of the orders. So it's from upstairs, and anything from your sunglasses to any and all accessories that are out on that floor. There's a method to the madness. There's two stores, and then there's some stock rooms upstairs that we'll see later. The associates sit back here as the freight comes in, which is through freight shipping and receiving. And so all of our associates that work in the general merchandise department have to unpack it, separate it, price it, and or what we call security tag it. And then same goes for parts. This is the general merchandise, and now we come into the parts department. Any freight, again, comes through this area. We have a dumbwaiter that when there's parts that need to be pushed from the downstairs to the upstairs, so when I bring you guys upstairs, you'll understand the concept. But the point is, you got to get it from here to up there and then onto the bike. And then we empty out into the parts department. As we've got the parts department over here for parts and accessories, we also have a consultation area. So when and if a customer is coming in looking for accessorizing their bike, either during the sales process or following, we come and introduce them over to these guys here. This is where these guys would come sit down, pick out what they want to put on their motorcycle. With the hopes we have it in stock, then they arrange it with the service department and they get it put on the bikes before delivery. Have a nice area for everyone to hang out and relax a little bit. And then this would be the rest of the general merchandise. Rain gear is going to be a must here in the next day. Got our Wiley X guys bringing in all their inventory. We're going upstairs to the second floor now. The number one question people ask coming into our dealership is, where do I get my Daytona Harley Davidson t-shirt? So when you come off the escalator here, we have all of our footwear, and then off to the right is all of our merchandise that has Daytona Harley Davidson on it, which would be, of course, t-shirts, hats, anything that we have our dealership name on. So we have our footwear, Daytona Harley Davidson t-shirts. This is part of our collection. This is our 100th anniversary collection that we've had actually since the 100th anniversary celebration. So we just display all the different models in case there's somebody that's never had the chance to look at them. I'm gonna bring you guys in the back here to what we call the cage. They call this the cage for a reason. There's no way out unless you're gonna get it through service department. This could mean bikes that are coming in on trade that need to be, have to go through their evaluation and or their inspection before they'll go back out on the floor. Or get staged in here. This would also be when we have new bikes that we've sold that are perhaps waiting to go into service to get accessories put on, or they are new bikes that are sold just waiting to ship. So this is a little mix of everything. We have unfortunately wrecked motorcycles over here. We have additional storage upstairs, involves general merchandise, additional space, also some parts. This is where it all takes place. T-shirt storage. Some woman that just happens to know where all the t-shirts are. The way our general merchandise manager states this is there's a home for everything. We are in the service department. Our service department is on the second floor of the dealership. The traffic flow goes clockwise. So as the bikes are checked in down in the service drive, they have runners that will then run the motorcycle from the service drive up to, and they put it in a staging area, and then a tech comes and grabs the job and of course puts it on their lift. Right off here to the right is our race bike. I'll show you. Rossmeyer Daytona Racing is going to be participating in the King of Baggers this weekend. Very excited. We ran 2 races last year in the Mission King of the Bagger series. So we're hoping to get this baby up and going and ready to race this weekend.
Who races?
Danny Eslick, number 69. So we have a parts window to service. This is, as it's called, it's when any parts that are needed for the technician to be able to perform their job, then that's where they pull it out of. That's where you'll see like hard parts, tires, batteries, anything that these guys would need to put on the bike. Downstairs, you're gonna see more accessories. So we'll walk against the traffic, so if a bike comes, just step off to the side. But each and every one of these guys have a couple of bikes on their lifts. Working on multiple jobs at a time, just depending again on parts availability. Hi. One thing when this service department was designed, it was designed to be on the second floor, obviously, so customers could maybe come in and watch the technician work on their motorcycle. Not all of them are able to see, but it is kind of a cool part of our service department, especially for those customers who do want to watch what's going on. And we bring in a lot of extra techs during the event. We could not do it without them. We generally staff about 10 full-time techs during a normal business year, and during the events we'll ramp up to at least 20 techs. And they all come from different parts of the country, and we are very, very fortunate to have all the extra help during the event. This is our pre-owned motorcycle section. So about a year ago, I would have told you I didn't have even half of this inventory. Family's collectibles over the years. Our dad either purchased bikes outright or had some cool projects that he did. And so a lot of these bikes are projects that he either built for himself or did maybe a series of. So around the perimeter and over here on this row, these would be considered collectibles, one-off to some cases, if not just some type of vintage year. It gives a lot of things it gives something cool for people to look at that don't get to see a lot of the variety of motorcycles over the years. And yes, they're all Harley Davidsons. We have been in this location since 2005. However, we got into the Harley business in 1994 down at our original store on Beach Street. And when we go back downstairs, I'll just point to a mural that kind of shows a little bit of time frame. But 1994, and then we bought our New Smyrna dealership, which we just celebrated 25 years this year. And that started off as a separate retail location and then became its full point. So they just celebrated 25 years this year, and we are in 28 years of business. We've been participating in racing for quite a few years. We brought home the championship back in 2009 in the Daytona Sport Bike Series on a Buell. We have also participated in the XR 1200 series, and now being part of the racing in the Bagger series is pretty cool. So we're excited. We're hoping to see some good finishes this weekend. I raced at the Sons of Speed last weekend, this past Saturday, and I've been participating in that since 2016. And the first race that kicked off the Sons of Speed was in March of 2017.
And that's vintage bikes. Is there
Yes.
a year frame that you can't be?
Yes, they had early models, which would be my class, which is I race a 1915 Harley Davidson. So I started in the early model class, and then they go up to the 45 class, which you're going to see in like 30s and 40s, as in error. But ours early models are like the early teens into their mid-20s. And this is our cashier line where anyone checking out for general merchandise, we've got a little section for them to hang out in and get all their needs. So this is kind of a cool mural that we had a local artist, Perigo, paint for us. Starts off at the original factory in 1903, and it evolves to when our father purchased the Harley Davidson franchise back in 1994 from a gentleman named Joe Robeson, who unfortunately just passed away this year, but he had the store as of 1962. And then again, our original store into our newest and latest in 2005 to where we're standing right now. We also have a retail store on Main Street where we sell all of our Daytona Harley Davidson t-shirts. Original 1914 and a 1916 Harley Davidson, along with a family bike, which my dad probably rode every grandchild in our family in that bike. This was our father, Bruce Rossmeyer's motorcycle that he called his favorite, and he retired that bike back in probably 2006 or 7. We've been doing some cool customizing from Monty Roach. He's a pinstriper. He's out in our parking lot as a vendor, but he's been taking a stock motorcycle paint and adding significant pinstriping to it, so it's pretty cool. And then we have an information center through the Visitors Bureau here in Daytona Beach. So even non-event time, anyone coming in to look at what's happening, perhaps any other businesses or venues, they can get their information here at that booth. We have our own barbershop inside our dealership. There's someone looking for maybe a shave or a haircut. We got it all going on right here. This is our service drive. This is where all of our customers enter in to have their bikes serviced. They'll be written up by, again, one of the service riders, runner, who will then run the motorcycle through where we're walking and then up a ramp to the second floor where we were just at. And this is the detail center. All these guys are just cleaning away. Another one out for delivery, right? And then this is it. This is it. This is where all of the industry of anyone and everyone who wants to come and be a part of the bike events, they all spend a lot of money and time and bring their people and stock up, and they come out here for hopefully one of the best events they're going to have in a long, long time. Bike Week 2022. We're excited. Everybody is so far having a great time. The weather's been great, so we're just waiting for a great ending to an awesome event.
Thanks for watching our video today. You know, we try to get some good content out there for you guys to check out. We got a couple videos coming up here on Sturgis, and before you know it, we're going to be in Leesburg.
Yep. So thanks for coming along today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Share us with your family and friends. Think about Patreon. Give us a big thumbs up. Ring that bell for notifications, and we'll see you on the next video.
See you in a day or so.